This here is the Vivo X100 Ultra. This is the first smartphone in the world that has a 200 megapixel camera. 200 megapixel zoom camera. Yes, you've heard that correctly. 200 megapixel camera. Well, you think that's not new? Well, it is, because this time the 200 megapixel camera is in fact the zoom camera. It has also come with a 1-inch main sensor using the Sony LIT 900 and also a 50 megapixel ultra wide camera using the Sony LIT 600. The 200 megapixel camera, guys, yes, it's ISOCELL HP9, co-developed by Samsung and by Vivo. So it's the first time on this channel where I'm unboxing a phone that has a 200 megapixel camera for the zoom camera. It sounds already very crazy. I try to restrain myself of watching reviews out there before I just get the phone in my hands to be able to just experience this straight out of the box, right, and share my experience with you. So in this video I'm gonna do an unboxing, also first impression. I'm gonna of course sneak some photos in, and you all know what follows in the next days and weeks. Testing. iPhone 15 Pro Max, S24 Ultra, S23 Ultra, testing the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. Sustainability, also performance testing, but of course the main thing is gonna be the camera. Because this phone has been presented as not being really a phone. It's been presented as being a camera, almost even better than DSLR, that is able to also take some phone calls. Yeah, this is what I want to check. Is this really gonna live up to the hype? Let's buckle up and start. The Vivo X100 Ultra. Hey, Euro 2024 in Germany is coming. It will start in about probably a week or two. It's gonna be the whole month of June and July. It's gonna be crazy. This box looks big and hefty. My unit comes with 12 gigabytes of RAM and 256 gigabytes of storage. I bought this from Wanda Mobile. If you want to check this one out, just go and visit Wanda Mobile site. Now, without any further ado, guys, I'm going to unbox this beautiful baby for you. Wow, even the box inside has this nice feeling, by the way. All right, so I'm just gonna put the phone aside a bit, and first things first, I want to see what we have inside here. Oh, okay, this goes off like this. We have a nice case. Okay, yeah, it's a rubber, not even so much like a hard plastic, designed by Vivo. Okay, it's a strange color, I would say. I honestly, guys, even don't remember the color that I've chosen. Okay, I'm gonna be surprised. The Vivo X100 Ultra. So here we have a booklet. Of course, it's in Chinese. That's a China phone. Here, guys, we have this very big brick, USB-A. On the back, it says the Vivo Flash Charge. It is 80 watts. All right, this is what it's been advertised. And of course, here you have this nice cable that they provided. Oh, also very weird looking SIM card ejectors. Now it's time to take the phone in the hand. It says open here. So, oh wow. Okay. All right, let's do some ASMR. Okay, this is satisfying. Indeed. All right. Woo! Heavy. I have to weigh this in. The official spec is 229 grams. Let's just see how much I'm gonna get. All right, very close. So 230 grams. So let me just turn the phone around and take a look at this monster camera model here, guys. I'm not really exaggerating, guys. You can just see this is, take a look at my finger, right? This is absolutely a monster. The main camera, the periscope camera, the ultra wide camera, and what the heck is this? Oh yes, thanks so much to my dear friend Ross from Distant Hugs. This is the Ford camera, which is a fake camera. Actually, it is a design solution. It says here Ultra. So I'm not even sure why they did it like this. We have here the Zeiss logo and also the Zeiss T-Dot, which is a special coating. And then down below here, guys, we have Extreme Imagination, Vivo Zeiss co-engineered. Here we have the flash model, we have the Vivo logo. Let's see what we have here on top of the phone. Oh, all right, some more writing. Professional photography, guys. It has here what I do believe is an infrared port, also the mic, right? Some antennas, and here, of course, you have one of the speakers. If I turn this baby on the back, Yeah, very nice and peculiar design. We have another speaker, we have the USB-C port, then another microphone, and here we have the SIM card tray. On the left hand side, guys, we have the volume rocker, let's just see. Quite nice and tactile, and we have the power button. By the way, I'm just trying to figure out this design. It's really interesting. See how it goes. Right here we have a curved line. Here is straight flat, right? But even more than straight flat, it's somehow indented, right? Then here we have this big bump, again curved, and then here again we have this straight flat indented area. Honestly, it feels nice in the hand for such a big phone. On this side, the left side, guys, we just have the antennas. It looks absolutely stunning, I have to tell you, and I like the color. So apparently I'm getting like the white, this the white or the silver version, titanium. So let me now just try to pop this baby, and I'm gonna put my SIM card there. Something that I do also want to check is, what about the protection? So yes, here we have indeed the rubber coating, all right? SIM card 1, SIM card 2. The X100 Ultra is not only equipped with IP68, but it also has IP69, so it's water and dust resistant up to 1.5 meters, guys, for half an hour. All right, guys, now without any further ado, let me just try to put it on, and well, let's say hello to Vivo X100 Ultra. Swipe to open. This is just nothing less than amazing, and I can already tell this has a rather nice screen. So what we're talking about here, we have an LTPO AMOLED. It is of course 120 Hz, does all the nice stuff like HDR and Dolby Vision, guys, and it's also supposed to go up to 3000 nits peak brightness. Of course, this is just really the peak. So the diagonal is 6.78 inches, right? Almost 90% screen to body ratio, and the resolution is 1440 by 3200. So the aspect ratio is 20:9. Now, what I want to check is I want to open a white background and check the bezels of this beautiful phone. It looks quite nice, guys. You can just see like the bezels are, first thing to be mentioned, uniform, right? Besides the fact that, of course, the chin is slightly bigger than the others. Also, something that is interesting, it has a rather curved screen. You can see the curvature, right? And I'm just not used so much now. 2024, you know how it goes, everything's really flat. What is interesting is that I have this bending here due to the fact that the screen kind of curves, and I have this area that looks to be like gray, and I do believe it's white because it's here, it's really white. But when you look from this angle, it's, yeah, somehow weird. But I guess we just forget really how it was with the curved screens. Let's enter inside the menu and check the Android version. Wow, you can just see, so smooth. I have a feeling that I'm going to enjoy this phone. So this is what the menu looks like, okay? Yep, go inside the settings. Woo, one more time. Very smooth, very nice. Okay, so I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna try to find information for the phone. So about the phone, indeed, the Vivo X100 Ultra, that's the device name. As you all know, it uses the latest 8 Gen 3, all right? Not the latest 8S Gen 3, which the Turbo 3 has, and you can check all my videos there, but the flagship thing, right? So this is running the latest 8 Gen 3, so it is built using 4nm process, guys. I'm gonna show a bit more later on. I do have 12 GB of RAM with another 12 virtual RAM and 256 GB of storage, right? Storage compression. Whew, this is something interesting. By the way, we can also see that this phone is using the Vivo V3 Plus chip. So what is this? That's important, guys. This is apparently a chip that handles portrait, like 4K portrait video recording, processing, and it seems that Vivo were working on this for quite some time. I read online 8 years. Vivo's in-house blue image algorithm was developed in 8 years, and the Vivo V3 is just the result of it. So the whole idea what this blue imaging algorithm can do is apparently can fix some of the photos for you, right? So motion blur issues, also helping you with some of the complex scenarios like backlit illuminated objects. The idea really of this blue imaging algorithm is to be able to preserve the details, especially at low light. And of course, this is gonna be something that we are gonna be testing. Also, quite nice to see that indeed it runs Android 14. Now, what I wanna do, of course, I do it on all of my phones. I wanna connect to my Wi-Fi and I wanna check if there are some updates already. Yes, yes, yes. System update, guys. Already an update there. So apparently a new version for Origin OS 4. This is the new version, and yeah, of course, they optimized the clarity of the rear telephoto lens to improve the basic image quality. This is the upgrade for the camera, and also, of course, there is more. And speaking about camera, guys, yes, this phone is all about the camera. So let me just give you a bit more of the information there. The main camera here is 50 megapixel. It uses the Sony LIT900 sensor with an f of 1.75 aperture, and it has 23 millimeters focal length. The ultra-wide camera again uses a Sony sensor, the LIT600. It is 50 megapixel, the aperture is f2.2, and it has a 14 millimeter focal length. This equalizes to 116 degrees. That's the ultra-wide, guys. And now here the interesting part, guys. Who would have thought? This is, I think, what this phone is famous right now, and this is what I'm going to be testing extensively. This here, guys, is, well, the periscope telephoto camera. 200 megapixel, guys. This uses a sensor Samsung co-developed with Vivo, the ISL HP9. It has an aperture of f2.7 and it starts with 85 millimeters. So this is actually quite nice. It can do 3.7x optical zoom, right? And then you can go beyond. It's gonna be really mixed, but 3.7 is the pure optical zoom. But just imagine, guys, 200 megapixel, right? Like, who would have thought? This is indeed insane. This is also where I'm going to be putting a lot of my efforts to be able to match this camera against the competition, the iPhone 15 Pro Max, also the Samsung S24 Ultra, and why not the Samsung S23 Ultra, as we know that the S23 Ultra is still very strong in terms of zoom photos. Something, guys, that is very, very interesting. All the cameras can shoot 4K, all right? So if I choose 4K, we can do this on all of the cameras. We can also do 8K 30 FPS. On the main camera, guys, we have also the setting to shoot 120 FPS. So the main camera can do 4K 120 FPS. It can do also 8K 30 FPS. If I go to the ultra-wide camera, I can do 4K 30 FPS, 4K 60 FPS. But the moment I go to 120 FPS, you see that I am redirected back to the main camera. And if I trick, wow, wow. Take a look at that zoom, baby. 4K 30 FPS on the zoom camera. All right, 30 FPS, 60 FPS. And again, if I click 8K or 120, I'm gonna go back to the main camera. But this was just exquisite. Gee, wow. All right, you know, I'm not impressed so easily. I have this channel for, I'm not sure, like 3 years, 4 years. Usually we know how it goes, guys, right? Like they do this small iteration updates, but this time, all right, this is just batshit crazy. Okay, let's go from 06. So 061, all right, then 062, okay, ultra wide optical. Whew, is that fast? By the way, it's again like a weird transition, right? But okay, it's really crazy. 10. Oh no, what? This here is the SIM card pin ejector, and it seems there is something written, guys. I can do... Yeah. Alright. I was never aware that I have this here. On the SIM card pin ejector, apparently there is something written, guys. This is so goddamn small. It's incredible. This is truly incredible, really. I was really having high hopes of that camera, but honestly, not like this. Like this time, I have to tell you, I am really surprised. 10x. All right, let's do 20x. Okay, and now let's just open a 20x image. A 20x image. Take a look at this thing here, right? 20x, 10x look absolutely stunning. Okay, the 10x here accounts to 230 millimeters, and it is batshit crazy. I can tell you, guys, this 10x here, I do believe it's going to destroy everything we know. Everything we know is gonna get destroyed if they executed it correctly. Now, we have video, we have cinematic portrait, right? If you wanna use videos with Zeiss flare, bokeh effect, which are combined with focus switch, movie LUTs, and fill grain to provide multiple movie styles and effects, Wow, all right. Whew. A lot of nice things for me to test in the next weeks. High resolution mode, okay? We can apparently do 50 megapixel, and if I go back, we have panorama, we have ultra HD document, we have slow-mo. Let's check the slow-mo, guys. So 4K 120. What are the options here? Default resolution and frame rate, 4K 120. Okay, so we can go as low as 720 at 120, and the maximal in terms of FPS is 720 at 480 FPS. So 4K at 120 is, I guess, the best that we can get. And of course, we're also able to use them zoom lenses, can we? I think we can, yeah. Let me just check, guys, how this is gonna work out. I am really impressed with just these tiny things that I'm able to see right now. So time lapse, we have the long exposure, supermoon stage. I don't know even what this is. Oh, stage is suitable for shooting concerts, music festivals, and other performance events. Some stage performances use laser equipment. Do not aim your phone directly at the laser when shooting, because then maybe you're just gonna fry your sensor. Well, let's check the astro mode. Point your camera up towards the sky in any direction, and any stars will be automatically identified. An AR photo and an original photo will be generated after shooting. So it's augmented reality planetarium. We can also do astro portraits. It's recommended that you shoot a subject from within 1.5 to 2.5 meters for the best result. So what about astro portraits? And then of course just normal astro photos. What more? So we have landscape and architectural Zeiss miniature effect. Cartoon style miniature landscape is available. You can move pinch to zoom, rotate the white line to adjust the blur range. Then we have the Zeiss E depth of field to create blockbuster landscape photos that look clear from near and far. Yeah, and then we have Zeiss horizon correction. Then we have the Pro mode. Let's go inside the Pro mode, guys. So exposure, ISO, shutter speed, white balance, autofocus. We have here the metering points. Yeah, I mean, all the nice stuff. From here we can choose the color style. So we have vivid, we have textured, we have Zeiss natural, and of course here from JPEG I respect. Yeah, so we have the RAW. Okay, and let's check about the RAW. There are also help instructions. That's good. We have also the super RAW. Multi-framing needs to be applied. Then we have the micro movie, whatever the hell this is. So what is this? All right, function introduction. It's just downloading some stuff, guys. So allow me to be educated as well. Micro movie video templates, videos that beautify your facial. Then we have a food mode, underwater mode, that I guess will just block the touchscreen. 3D camera can generate 3D stereoscopic photos or videos in left and right formats. Oh my god, is 3D still a thing? I used to have a 3D TV with passive glasses, but I just saw that 3D somehow, yeah, left the building, but maybe not. Maybe I'm mistaken. And then we have live photo, we have UV lens. What is the UV lens? Scan to broaden vision. Okay, this is just like, I get it. So you can scan files, scan documents. Okay, I just think it's more like the Google Lens. And then last but not least, guys, we have the multi-camera. With this mode, you're able to connect to another camera and control it. Photo is here, right? Then we have portrait. Tap to use the portrait lens kit, right? You can just see here we have the aperture, and we have quite nice different filters for bokeh, sonar, planar, distagon, cineflare, a lot of options, by the way. Yeah, who would have thought, like, this phone really has a tons of features for the camera, and a tons of other filters that I need to download, and also a tons of AI beautifying things, a tons of things that I even don't know, like the full focal length portrait lens kit that you can use to combine multiple focal lengths and style with Zeiss flare. So it seems that I'll be really pretty busy with this. So then we have the night mode. Okay, so you can hold the device or put it on a tripod. All right, the super moon mode. Then we have here the astro default. Aha, you remember this. The astro default, the AR planetarium. Okay, off. And then what is this? We have the long exposure. It's also here. And of course we have a panorama night. And then we have a snapshot, whatever this is. But now let's check the front camera. The front camera is another 50 megapixel shooter with an aperture of f2.5. So let me smile for the camera, guys. Yeah, well, a bit more of the white, but I don't blame the Vivo, guys. Now, let me tell you a bit more about the hardware specs. Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, you all know the CPU, you all know the configuration. It uses the 4 clusters, and we have 8 cores. The big core here is the Cortex X3, running at 3.3 GHz, and then all the other cores, the A720s and the Cortex A520, guys. So as I told you, 4nm, it's built, manufactured by TSMC. This is the screen resolution, 3200 by 1440. So what about the memory? Well, the memory, 12 gigabytes, it's LPDDR5X. So the cameras, I try to cover them all. And of course, now what about the battery? So the battery is 5500 mAh, which is actually very, very nice. You can also charge this baby wirelessly, right? Using 30 watts. Because remember, there were times where Vivo didn't support wireless charging. And also you can use the charger provided to get up to 80 watts charging. So this is quite nice. And also I'm gonna be testing this in my videos. What about this camera, guys? Like, this phone is all about this camera. Or let me show you some of the samples I was able to just do for you for this first impression video. Take a look at these samples, guys. Already using the 3.7 here, which looks very nice. I can tell you the level of details, just this sample alone, right, with this artifact here on the mold of this Lego thing, is crazy. This here is 10x. It's really impressive. I'm not sure if you can pick it up, but it really was able to pick up just these small fibers on the helmet of this figure. And I do believe this is the 20x. Again, nothing less, but just impressive, right? And you can just see like the autofocus really hits here. Like, so of course, if you play with this camera, you should be able to get amazing results. Take a look at this again. This is a regular one. This is, I do believe it's 3.7. This is 10x. So this is a photo shot with 1x. This is 3.7 here, which is again doing a wonderful job of keeping all the details, guys. And you can just check all the corners, everything. Now pay attention, guys. I'm gonna go 10x. I'm gonna go 20x, 60x, 100x, 60x. 60x. I do believe that this phone is absolutely going to be the new zoom champion without any doubts. 3.7, 10x, right? 20x, I do believe 20x even, right? Even 20x is usable. Then we have 60, 100, and with the 100, guys, of course, it is not going to be great, but it is by far the best that I've seen right now. And take a look at this. It's starting with 1x, 3.7, right? Then I do believe this is like 20x. 20x, it looks really like I'm there. Right, and you can just see the level of details. Of course, at this point, there will be some artifacts, right? But the algorithm is doing a nice job. And these photos, guys, here, believe it or not, right? This was 60x. This is 100x, right? And in 100x, I do believe that although with the blur, it is the best 100x that I've seen. It's not perfect, right? Of course, some of these details are smudged. If I am to go back on the 60x, right, it's probably going to be a bit better. But when was the last time you've seen 100x pictures be so clear, right? Now, time for a portrait. I think portrait with the front camera, again, nothing fancy, but still not so bad. Now take a look at this, guys. I did some portrait photos with my cat. I am really surprised with the way those shots are coming in, just because this bokeh is so unreal. But also, it's very important, like, pay attention here, guys. The edge detection is absolutely phenomenal, because I have this cat since 13 years, since even before I started making YouTube videos. It is very hard to capture these mustaches, guys. This is like the mustache of the boss, right? See this shot here. Right now I don't want to overreact, but I do believe that this is by far one of the best photos that I've seen a phone is able to take, right? This is just what I'm able to observe. Just take a look at this, is absolutely stunning, all right? So more zoom shots, starting with 3.7, all right? And you can see 10, 20x is absolutely nice, right? So these 20x shots are coming out to be quite nice. So overall, guys, I have high hopes with this phone. And if you want to see this phone being dismantled and just stripped down of everything to the bare bones tested, then support the channel and make sure to watch the next videos that are gonna hit the channel. Thank you so much for watching, guys. VST over and bye.